Hey everyone! Today I'm bringing some turtle power to the show. I just received this Donatello statue and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line from Sideshow Collectibles. I've been waiting for this guy to come out for a while. Can't wait to get him open. Let's see how he looks. Okay, first up, let's take a look at the packaging. I do this so that people who might be interested in displaying the box with the figure in it or the box with the figure next to it will get an idea of what they're going to get. Look at that green and purple. It's going to be very familiar to those who might have been into collecting the toys in the 1990s. And that's kind of a cool thing. It's not something I'm very interested in. I was mainly only interested in the early comic books. Back in the day, they had darker, grittier tones, much more grim, much like the source material that they were aping or parodying back in the time period, and that's cool. Overall though, the packaging looks really neat. On the side, you get photographs of all of the Ninja Turtle statues that Sideshow is putting out, so you'll just have some idea of what everything's going to look like together. Speaking of which, that's something you might want to consider when trying to buy just one of these things. I think that Donatello is going to look really fine by himself on a shelf, but let's face it, the Ninja Turtles they're a tribe, they're a clan. You're going to want to have them all together at some point. I think that if you try to purchase just one, you'll probably take one look at it on the shelf and immediately start to crave the other three. Let's face it, Turtles on a half shell. They're a team, they're a unit, and I think that they deserve to be displayed as such. Alright, cracking this beast open. And I'm using the term beast loosely because of the statues that I've picked up in recent months, especially in recent years, this is by far the smallest. I'm not sure off the top of my head what scale Sideshow decided to go with this. It kind of makes me think of 6th scale. So at any rate, I suspect that it's somewhere between 6th and 5th. So it's not going to take up a great deal of space on your shelf. And that's really a good thing because, again, you're probably going to want to have all four. I've seen all four of them together and they look remarkable. It's a really fantastic grouping. A lot of thought and effort and love went into the design of these guys, and it shows. Speaking of that, I was partial back in the day to the original Sideshow Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic cats. They were more along the lines of the original artwork from the original comic book series. Again, that's where I came into the Ninja Turtles world. The animated series never really moved me. What we're seeing here, though, is a nice evolution of those original designs. Not quite so simplistic as the original artwork would inform. This is something that Sideshow has done on their own. They've taken it upon themselves to really bring about an evolution in the characters and create something that doesn't necessarily 100% hearken to any incarnation of the Ninja Turtles. Personally, I love it. It brings to the table that reimagining, that real-world perspective that Sideshow has been known to bring to certain franchises before. We've seen it often to practical success, and to some degree or another, fan appreciation as well. A couple of notes about the piece itself. A few fans, very few, on the message boards have noted that they've had some issue with getting the key into the keyhole on his front foot. I encountered no such issue. Mine slid right into home and fit nice and flush with the base with no effort whatsoever. From what I understand, the best fix if you encounter this problem is just to apply a little bit of force to it and it will slide into place. Related note, another fan made some mention of a slight separation in the ooze that's dripping from the front of the stand. That's such a small problem that I hesitated to even bring it up. Besides, overall, as these photos will show, the piece is really remarkable. It looks great on its own. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like once I get the other three in the mix. I'll probably do a video when that happens, so stay tuned. Hopefully you'll look forward to that. Until then, I find myself craving a pizza. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.